Hey everyone, it's Brian and Andrew from IGN.
Hey Brian.
What's that all about?
I'm so excited to go to the Game Awards where I can't wait to see the only three things sent to me there.
Three biggest games you're really excited
I'm going for Cyberpunk.
Yep.
I'm going for The Last of Us.
Yep.
And I'm going for Rocksteady's Superman game.
Untitled Rocksteady Superman game.
Surely all three of those are going to be there, right?
Guaranteed, right? Actually, I have some news for you. None of those things will be there. Yes, we found out this week specifically, with all the announcements and all the leaks and all the stuff that Jeff Keighley sort of teasing leading up to the Game Awards, which is just a few days away, that a couple of companies are being very outright and saying, hey, great news, we're really excited for the Game Awards, but we won't be there. So let's start with Cyberpunk,
Yes.
which we got the very long gameplay demo of like 42 minutes after press saw it at E3, and everybody was loud about it, and then they were like, why won't they show it to the public? They eventually did. That's out there. We have a lot of information about that game already. We don't know really when we'll be playing it or how soon or anything like that, but we do know that it won't be at the Game Awards.
I think Cyberpunk is the one that makes the most sense because we've seen 40 minutes of that game. It was right after Gamescom, so it's been, what, like 3 or 4 months since they released that demo.
Right.
But I think we're in a boat where that one, I get it. I get why this isn't a great beat for them, and I think it makes sense to kind of, maybe next year at E3 is when they'll blow it out again and show us a new demo or some kind of new feature. That one I get. And that's why I'm really interested in The Last of Us not being there, because Cyberpunk I get. The Last of Us is an interesting one because we're coming up on, I believe it was last year at PSX they revealed it. 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago at PSX. So we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of that reveal.
Yep.
There's no PlayStation experience this year.
Yep.
I think I was expecting not a 20-minute gameplay demo or anything, but I thought we'd get a trailer. I thought they were going to touch base.
A teaser, acoustic guitar concert,
That'd be great.
something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We did get all that stuff at Sony's now potentially final E3 press conference.
Yeah, well, and that's where this gets interesting for The Last of Us specifically, because unlike what I just said for Cyberpunk, we know they're not showing more at E3.
Right.
So The Last of Us is in a really interesting boat where if they're missing the Game Awards and Sony's not at E3,
And there's no PSX.
and there's no PSX, there isn't really, they could do their own event, they can do whatever they want. Maybe they'll be at PAX South, maybe they'll be at PAX East, but Sony doesn't normally have a big presence in those shows. So it's looking like The Last of Us is probably not going to be shown for potentially a year. Which
That's
I think
crazy.
It's really, like, number one, that obviously telegraphs this is not a 2019 game.
Yeah.
And number two, I think that's like Sony learning from some of their kind of, I won't say mistakes in the past, but it's kind of changing their game plan a little bit. Because I think in the past they tend to really show stuff and really show it early. And I think this time they're kind of taking a break.
I think this game will be synonymous with the PS5's launch. I think it'll be one of those sort of like Breath of the Wild-y holdover games that sort of bridges two consoles together. Between
Like The
4 and
Last of Us
5.
1.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
The Last of Us 1 came out on PS3, obviously, I think in 2013, and then came about a year later to
So I
PS4.
think we'll hear more about The Last of Us 2 in 2019 when we hear about the PlayStation 5, but you will not be hearing about that at the Game Awards. Number 3, Rocksteady.
Yeah.
What are they
Rocksteady.
working on, or what are they not working on?
So what I liked about this tweet, I thought this was a really smart way to do it. They, number one, shot down the speculation about a Superman game.
Not making a Superman game. You'll have to keep playing Superman 64 for the world's number one Superman game of all time.
And who doesn't?
Fly through those rings, man. Somebody's got to do it.
You can play DC Universe Online, probably. There haven't
that's
been that many Superman games. But I like that they shot that down from the get-go. Then they said they won't be at the Game Awards, but they'll have more to share eventually. Like, they easily could have shown a logo for whatever they're working on at this
Yes,
show.
yeah.
But I like that people are kind of like, you know what, let's wait until we have something to show. And I respect that.
And so there'll be enough announcements on Thursday night to hold us over, hopefully. But those are 3 games that will not be there. What games do you want to see there? What games do you think should maybe stay in the oven for a couple more months?
And you know what games are going to be there? It's us. It's these games.
Yeah,
we're going to be at the Game Awards.
We're not games. We're not playable. We're people. And don't play us.
But we'll be at the Game Awards, won't we?
I just want to end the short film we've made together. You're making it so weird and odd. Thanks for watching. For all things video games and Brian and Andrew, the least playable games ever, and the Game Awards, you're in the right place, IGN. You're so weird.
You're weird.
I love you, but you're weird.
Oh.